Hello everyone and welcome back to Someday I Love a Podcast. This podcast is very stream of consciousness. You can kind of expect anything here. Today I have some friends with me, which is so exciting because I've been wanting to do this for a while. I love having guests on, but I'm still in the infancy of this podcast, so I am so stoked to have people here. So let's jump right in. Tonight we're going to be talking about hot takes. So I'm with Julianna and Jackie. Do you two want to introduce yourself, maybe talk about how we all know each other, and whatever else you'd like to share?
Heyo, that's my sister. Yeah, Julianna, Julie. I don't know how the podcast may know me, but I am LaCruz's oldest sister. And I might talk like this for the rest of the podcast.
We could do accents for sure.
I love it. Yeah. And I'm Jackie. I'm Julianna's best friend. But LaCruz and I have danced together. We've just known each other for what? A decade now.
Yeah, I was going to say first time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And so earlier, a moment ago before we started recording, Jackie asked what gave me the idea to do this episode. And actually one day, Jackie, you called me. You guys were together, I think, and you asked me for hot takes. And I was like, that is awesome because I just got the idea then a little bit.
I think that was like a year ago.
It was. I had it in my
time you were
notes
home.
app. I've had it in my notes app thinking of like,
So
I have a list of things I just want to like talk about or do at some point in life, you know? And so that has been sitting there. And like I said, I've been wanting to get more guests on the podcast because when it's just me talking, it's just not as fun. You know, like it's actually hard to just sit there and just talk.
Yeah.
And it's always like short, you know, kind of. And
love it. I love it.
queen.
Okay.
yeah, thanks for being here, ladies.
Yes.
I've heard this is lightly edited, so
Very lightly.
apologies in advance if
No, that's kind of the best part. Yeah, Julianna and I did a little bit of research, right? Like, for those that are tuning in, not right when this is released, we are right after the holidays, so we've had like interesting conversations with like family and friends that we
Sure.
haven't seen in a long time. So this is just a timely topic. Love.
Heck yeah.
Love.
Heck yeah. Okay, I have a few that I have written down, and that's so I can start if you'd all like.
Ooh, yeah.
What were you gonna
I was
say?
just reading from the list.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, start there. Take it away, girl.
That's
Take it
not
away.
even mine, it's hers. I was just reading and it cracked me up. Sorry.
I love
Let
it.
me open up
I
our.
feel so weird.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. So let's do it. Let me take this over.
Yes, take it over. Take it over.
This is let me tell you, when we were given our homework assignment, Julianna and I, we were struggling. We were like, okay, we need to bring hot takes. And then there was a good 5 minutes of silence. We were like, where do we start? So we started with categories, and we were like, let's think of current trends that we think are not
Hot.
Yeah, not hot.
Hot or not list.
Yes,
Let's
the
hear
hot or
it.
not list. Okay, so my current one, right? Thinking like fashion trends. We can even think like social media trends, whatever.
Sure.
The bow trend is not for me. Lauren just gave me a look that said, "What?"
Wait, like in high school bows?
Just casual name drop.
I'll do a beep or something over the name.
Like bows are on everything
So
right now.
a lot of people are posting their Christmas trees,
Oh, and they're just full of bows.
and the bows are the toppers. There are bow ornaments.
Bows on
Bows
sweaters,
on
like
sweaters.
Okay, yes.
There are denim bows on
Yeah,
jeans
no,
now.
thank you.
yeah, it's like it's a whole thing this season.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't.
And I
everyone
said-
in this room, I think, will agree we're not on.
Okay,
It's
so
not
I said-
hot.
Not hot.
Generally, it's a no. If I am a 13-year-old girl, maybe that's a cute middle school trend. But
Sure.
for the general population, why?
No, I hear you, man. Okay, that was. I mean, I agree.
Okay,
Not
it's
hot.
Okay, this is
That was
funny that
barely
Julianna is agreeing. She did have a bow in the other day.
Well, you said it was a
Only
hot
for
take.
Christmas.
Yes.
I did. I've been wearing my red Christmas bow a lot,
Is
right
it?
over my little clip.
Oh, that's funny.
And my hair.
Well, okay, but okay, this is gonna go into so much detail we probably don't even need. But when JoJo Siwa came on the scene, everything was bows. So I think that kind of brought it back. But also it was a trend in like what 2010, kind of that everyone was like loved. And then JoJo Siwa came in with her cheer bows or whatever it was, and then I feel like the young girls started doing it, and now it's trickled into like adults.
Yes, and I think it came in at the same time. You know how ballet flats came back? Again, not for me.
Not for me either.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like my whole foot would be soaked.
I am
like what? You can wear that for like 1 week in Chicago. But like just like it's like the ballet super feminine, like maybe it's just that aesthetic.
But just
You're so right.
A bunch of bows plastered on her. I think that's the thing. Is like it'll be like a sweater with just like bows plastered. Like
and they're
I think wearing a bow.
Yeah, and they're hanging.
Not to be biased, but like a little slightly different. Like it could add a little elevation. But when you just have like a Christmas tree full of bows or a sweater full of bows or jeans
I feel that for
full
sure.
of bows.
Unnecessary for sure. Okay, good. Let's hit the next one.
Okay.
Hit me with your next one.
Okay, you want to go? Yeah, your turn.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I pick anything? Should I just go to my list? I don't think this is a hot.
Get in there.
I'll do for the pop culture times.
Yeah.
My hot take is that Sabrina Carpenter is a little overrated.
Ooh, tell me why. Tell me why.
I don't know. I just think she's so overhyped and like she's cute and like she's fun, but I think there's just like a little bit too much hype around her, and I guess I just don't get why. Like she has some good songs, but I'm like, is it just because she's like being sexy? Like I don't even think. I don't know. Not that I can speak from. I just think there are a lot of other artists that are like cuter and like I don't know. I just something about it just seems like she's getting a lot of hype, and I'm
like for no reason.
Like I think she's just like another Ariana Grande, or like I don't know. I don't think there's anything like exceptionally crazy that I don't understand. Yeah, except for her sex on stage.
Okay.
What?
This
It's hard because I'm so out of like the loop. I watch like shark videos.
And I'm not saying that's bad.
I'm not, like on my Facebook only ever recommends like shark videos and like why I don't swim in the deep ocean.
So funny. Lauren's like, I've been getting such bad sleep lately. I keep on going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning because I keep on watching shark videos.
Literally, dude. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm like, yes, give me more. But anyway, so what happened?
Well, okay,
Sorry, I made it sound dramatic.
No. One of her things, like she's been on tour, Sabrina Carpenter's been on tour, and like as a part of her songs, she will like a lot of her songs are about like sex and relationships and all that stuff, and she just like flaunts it. Here's my reaction to your hot take, because I think it's hot. I think you got a hot take.
I do. People are
Sabrina Carpenter is doing what, and I'm a Miley stan. I'm a Miley Cyrus stan, but you know how she tried to be super sexy and like it was vulgar.
Received well.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like on the vulgar side and people didn't like it. I think Sabrina Carpenter is doing the sex sells things very tastefully. And I think it's getting people to be interested. That's my reaction. So I think it's working.
And I'm a Miley stan too.
I'm such a Miley stan.
I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
So I am a hot take in and of myself because I feel like I'm just very different than anyone. So just the fact that like, so it's one song called Juno. So there's a part and she goes, have you ever tried it like this? And she like goes up on the front and like does a different like, so she'll be like, like whatever.
I wish this was a visual podcast.
And it's like a different one every show. Like she'll do, she'll be like, yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Oh,
and so I'm just like,
interesting.
it's yes, I get it. Like it definitely sells. I don't know. I guess I don't get the hype personally, but I get the hype as a that kind of
media
culture, the general pop culture. I guess it makes sense. But
okay, that's
anyway, my hot take is still she's a little over it.
Sure, man.
Woo, that's my.
I'm kind of in the middle somewhere because I know some of her music and I do like it. Also, is it not so hot in here? Is it just me?
It is. She does have some catchy songs, but yes, it is a little hot in here.
Can we turn down the heat? Is that like a thing that we're out of control of?
I feel like it's just gonna.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I can take my pants off. I have like shorts on, so it doesn't matter. I know that they really wish it was a. Now they really wish it was a visible podcast. We're just
hot takes.
I got these for free.
We're doomed to sweat. It's hot.
I know. Hot take.
Sorry.
I'm gonna hit you with one.
Okay, yeah.
And this is, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think that anyone who says they're listen to everything doesn't actually listen to everything. Nobody listens to everything. If you tell me that, okay, show me your favorite classical song. Show me your favorite bluegrass, okay? Like, hit me with that crazy shit then, you know?
So we were on the same wavelength when thinking about this. I have a take. Jazz music is the least controversial music genre.
I think you need to elaborate.
Yeah, give me more.
Okay,
what makes you say
I
that?
the same thing. I was like, what do you mean by
okay, I just think, okay, so you have like a group of friends, right? And this is like not your friends, right? Because chances are, like, you know, you hang out with the same amount of people, like, you know what their tastes are, whatever. If you are trying, you're like, okay, we're gonna go see some type of live music. I think you can please everyone by going to like a classic jazz, like you need a saxophone, like a little piano, like a trumpet. I think it is the least controversial because there's always going to be someone in a group who hates country music. There's going to be a lot of people that don't vibe with EDM.
So true.
People don't like rap.
People hate anything
like
that's harder than like pop, like harder instruments, like rock, metal.
People don't like oldies. A lot of like people don't like oldies, and I think people can like tap their toe and like get really entertained with jazz. I think jazz is a safe
bet. I think I agree.
I would say yes, I do agree. But more so as like if they had to sit and watch it. I don't know if it would be as well received. But if it was like,
have you ever?
I don't know that I have.
So entertaining.
Okay.
Just like watching them play the instruments and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like watching someone dance.
I think
it's
because
watching
I picture
artists
like
do their art.
I think I picture like the Zetter Quest. Like I feel like you'd bring them there and they'd be like, so do we have like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like I'm just like when I think like everyone, I'm like I feel like there are people that would be like, so what is this? Like, are they gonna like say anything?
Okay, I agree with that part, okay. but in her situation of like
just to like play devil's
if there's a
advocate.
case, no, and we love that here. But yeah, no, because like imagine like you're taking out coworkers that you don't know very well, you know each other on a work relationship.
Exactly.
The safe bet is to have like, or like a work holiday party. The safe bet, if you're gonna have a live band, would be
well, that's what I'm
jazz.
saying. If it's like in the background versus like, am I going to sit and watch it?
But are there things that using the boys in your life, like, are there things that they would hate more? You take them to a Screamo concert, they're gonna be like, what is happening? Right? I think it's
also very
no, that's okay. Yeah,
that's a good one.
That they would
you right.
Yeah, but I agree. Yeah, people that say, I put on anything, I listen to anything.
It's like not true.
Full of it.
All right, yeah. It's like let me figure out something.
Right.
Yeah, I will find your
weakness.
That's why when people say that, it's like, okay, then you control the music so I can actually understand what you actually like.
Yeah, because you're just not saying it.
I'm like, just give me a general idea.
Yeah,
like
that's very true.
Okay, who's up next?
Juliana's up.
Me. Okay. Should I do my? Okay, this is what I'm gonna use because we just thought it was funny. Vanilla ice cream is pointless.
Oh yeah. Okay, most people can agree. I think.
No.
What?
There are so many people that like vanilla ice cream. Sorry.
I'm like, yeah, done. We're done with it.
I love the wording. Juliana said in the car, vanilla ice cream is pointless.
And then I was like, okay, well, she's like, no, you have to keep it like that.
That's
I
funny.
am saying vanilla ice cream as a base? Like, just vanilla ice cream. What are you doing?
Thank you. I don't know why. Like, if I'm gonna go to Dairy Queen and I'm gonna get a Blizzard,
it's gonna be chocolate. I hate that they do vanilla and everything.
Yes.
Why?
Because you don't. All I taste then is bland vanilla and with a hint of Oreo. Like, give me some chocolate. Give me some good flavor. Vanilla is maybe good on top of a brownie, but that's about it. For me.
Okay, drop it in the chat.
Yeah, give us the real.
I want to know who's a vanilla fan because a lot of people are, which is crazy. I don't get it. Like
you're a vanilla fan.
If I was choosing ice cream, vanilla would not be my base unless it absolutely had to be.
I just don't want to get punched in the face with fudge and peanut butter, and then I'm like
disagree.
Yeah, I'm like
respectfully.
Respectfully disagree.
Which is even crazier because I'm not even a big sweets person, but if I'm gonna do sweets, it's gonna be.
You want it to be 2000
chocolate.
Everybody. No, I'm with you. I'm totally in.
But I'm getting a mini. I'm
getting a mini, but everything is in there.
To me, unless it's like vanilla bean, where it's like a little bit spicy. Like I don't know, plain vanilla ice cream just
so
doesn't make sense to me.
Unless it's a little vanilla bean and there's a little spice.
Vanilla bean.
I don't know. Okay, well I'm glad that this was actually I think
that was
kind of a hot take.
Okay.
Please drop in the comments because I'm curious which ones of you are vanilla stans.
Yeah, it couldn't be me. Yeah.
I don't know.
Or like the scent of vanilla is cool, but no.
It's cool.
Mom hated it. I know. Which is funny because right now there's like a vanilla bean, like Bath and Body Works in our shower at Dad's house.
Probably was gifted from.
I know.
He's
anyway.
just throw it out.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, throw it out there. Yeah.
Anyway.
That's so funny. At some point, just speaking, we can edit this out. do all moms just like they hate all scents? They're like, if it doesn't smell like fresh laundry, they're like gagging and throwing it.
Okay, this one is going to be pretty controversial. Because...
Oh, no, I'm curious.
My hot take, and not all the time, there are exceptions, but I don't think doctors are there to help you.
Damn! No, I actually don't 100% disagree.
Yeah.
I know that there are exceptions. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt. Go ahead.
No.
I know that there are exceptions, and I know plenty of doctors or like people in the medical field that like have good intentions, but like the way that big pharma and doctors literally make money from prescribing more medications. Like, and I know this because Logan he had a cough, and he went to go to the doctor to make sure it wasn't like COVID or whatever because he works in a hospital, whatever. And this man prescribed him codeine. Because he didn't have pain in his throat. He didn't have any. The guy's like, oh yeah, codeine, whatever. Like, you're just perpetuating the like opioid crisis, essentially. Like, you're making money for prescribing. You know what I mean? And like,
which is terrifying because I am paranoid all the time that I am fucking gonna have cancer in the next year.
Literally, man, we gotta get checked. I know.
I'm scared to even go get tested because I don't know. Like, I kind of agree with you. Like, I want to go to the doctor because I do think they'll be able to tell me something. But that makes me want them to like tell me what it is, and then I say no thanks. Let me go find a holistic approach, maybe.
I was sitting, so for work we invite professionals.
Well, everyone's gonna die.
Soon.
So for work we invite professionals, and we like each day that we have like our class days, they're different themes. So we have a healthcare day. And we have different medical professionals come in. We do like speed dating, right? And so at this, I'm like in work mode, right? I'm here to learn, but like I'm trying to like help. If the conversation lulls, like my role is to like ask a question, right? Keep, whatever.
That's cool.
So there was a not physical therapist, but like he does minimally invasive surgeries on joints. Okay, so whatever
that
kind
is.
of doctor that is. And so he made the comment, everyone will get a knee replacement in their life. This is a medical professional, right? Everyone will get a knee replacement, at least one knee replacement in their life. They were like, so yeah, you just have to prepare for it. Like, just come to blank hospital, we won't drop it, but like come to blank hospital, we will take care of you, blah, blah. But like that is the unfortunate result of aging. Everyone will get a knee replacement. And so I tried to give him like a layup of a response. I was like, but there are things we can do to help combat that. I.e., I'm thinking movement every single day, a healthy diet, maybe some mobility exercises,
literally.
Right? Walking. And he says, no, there's nothing you can do. That is inevitable. That is an inevitable procedure. So I absolutely agree with your take. I don't think doctors
because they get, like, you're gonna get paid regardless. People are sick all the time.
No way.
But that's like forcing. I know. No, it's totally fine. But that's exactly it. It's like they get like, I don't actually know this for fact, but to my understanding, like I know that doctors get paid extra for the more medication that they prescribe you and that
or
you
the more
get,
surgeries,
or the more things.
At least I know from the Netflix shows that we've watched.
But that's the thing. It's like, okay, maybe none of us are medical professionals, but the experiences we've had to show us that, like, it's not always people. There are plenty of people with good intentions and that are in it for the right reasons and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, like, the system as a whole.
Well, why do you think
they're not? Yeah, I know they're not set up to like
Blank
heal
Hospital
you.
in Illinois, I don't think did everything they were supposed to.
But that's the thing. It's like they get paid for filling beds and like all this shit.
No, I'm like,
Do
do what you're supposed. Come on.
I know, man.
And then we're just transferred to your ass.
And if you really want me to get controversial, I could say the same thing about the police. But I guess we don't have to get into that. We don't have to get into that.
Because
well, no, because okay, go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna. No.
I was just gonna say, like, when my car was stolen, and I was like, they literally were like, "Yeah, you shouldn't drive a Hyundai."
Like, thanks. So you're gonna buy me a more expensive?
Well, but also, like, what can you be doing? Like, instead of sitting here telling me that I shouldn't drive that kind of car, like. What actual advice can you give me on what to do for like my electronics that were stolen, or like being that in that profession? Like, what can you actually offer me than to say like drive a different car?
Go catch the bad guy.
I know.
Yeah, we definitely need a 2.0 of this because we could get hotter and hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm so down.
Okay, I'll go. this is maybe, I don't know, this might be one of my more controversial ones. This is my favorite personal hot take that I have. No one is actually a morning person.
Girl, really, I agree.
No one is a morning
What
person.
do you mean? I'm such
I
a
know
morning
that I
person.
am in the room with two people that can sleep until noon every single day. The Cordellis are night owls. I know that.
And I'm so on time every time I have a morning event.
Every
so
single
Every
yeah.
time. That must
as
literally run in our
someone-
blood.
But coming from someone who's like a morning,
Okay.
in my head, a morning person.
I'm out here jumping up and down with my sign saying like I'm trying to prove something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm over here like, why do I need 3.5 hours in the morning to drink my coffee? Like I love to open a book. I love to do a little meditation. That's fine. Am I miserable the first 2 hours? Absolutely.
You wake up that early?
Yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yes.
That's like,
But
how could you not say you're a
If
morning?
if we formed like our society that just shifted it a little bit later, would I love
agree.
to sleep until 8 o'clock every morning? I think the female body it
Yep.
hasn't that been proven that the female body actually needs
I saw something
premenopausal,
about that.
Yeah, that they actually need closer to like 9
But the
hours sleep.
annoying thing is, people are
I
just gonna
feel
say go to
bad.
bed earlier.
Okay, but with
You
the...
go to
I'm
bed at 9:30.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
not, okay, yeah. I mean, what time do you wake up usually? 5?
5:30.
5:30.
Yeah.
That's still like, oh my god,
But
that's
the people
insane.
that are like, I need to be up at 4 o'clock, like that is just like
My boss.
wake up with the sun.
Right.
Wake up with the sun. We are meant to wake up with the sun, and at 4 o'clock you are waking up.
Long before the sun.
Now, 4 hours before the sun.
Yeah, and that's the thing, dude. Imagine if we could have a society that, and this used to happen. This was before our modern age of technology, dude. In like all the culture, well, actually, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you who created the 8 to 5. But anyway.
Well, but that's the thing. It's like our bodies, you're right, are meant to rise. So in the winter, we're not meant to work as long. We are not meant to, we are meant to rise with the sun and not necessarily go to sleep with the sun, but kind of. In the summer, it's like 9 o'clock that the sun goes down. It's like way later.
Way
Maybe
later.
it's like 8:30, but still.
No, it is. Yeah, it can be closer if you're.
Depends
closer
where
on
you
that
are, but
side of the
yeah.
house.
And so it's like, what the hell?
People that think that they are morning people are subject to the productivity monster that is Western culture.
I
They
agree.
think they need to be productive and they need to start, the finance bro that is like, Wall Street never sleeps, baby.
Yeah, dude.
Also,
No, thank
yeah.
you.
Well, I don't want to say. But it's the same thing. It's like people are like, well, I gotta get up at 4 a.m. to work out before I leave at 6 a.m. for work, which I do.
Which is
I
literally
have
like
heard is beneficial.
Some people
Supposedly.
can't work out fasted though. I'll say that. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you might not be as ineffective of a.
That's valid.
Yeah.
But
That's
that's
a
what
good
I'm saying.
one.
This is crazy because I don't think
There are
people
some,
look
yeah.
into that as much as they're just like, well, not that I have something to prove, but like, well, yeah, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna be the person that works out before work. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'd be throwing up. I get nauseous because I just don't eat in the morning. Let alone trying to work out before that. Like,
Yeah.
that seems crazy.
Yeah, man, but that's why there's a whole industry of pre-workout that like, I don't actually know if it curbs your appetite, but I'm pretty sure it does for a little while, and it
Maybe.
gives you caffeine and all this shit. I don't know. That's a good one.
Another
I
hack.
I think we all agree,
So-
but I think that some people who are morning people, quote unquote, will not agree. But I think you're right.
Drop it in the comment if you're a quote unquote morning person.
Yeah, and tell us if that's real. Tell us what you really feel.
Also, yeah, say if you're a happy person, because
But-
if you're a morning person and you're
And you're
miserable,
miserable?
you're proving my point.
Exactly.
But here's my question though, just to play devil's advocate for 2 seconds. So if morning owls don't exist, do night owls exist? Because you could say you go to bed at like 9:30, 10 on the reg. I don't go to bed until probably 12:30 on any given day.
The only there is someone having a party above us right now.
Legit.
I don't claim to know much about
I was
the
curious.
science of sleep, but the people that think, and this is we are learning to be like this is proven, the people that think they can function on the 6 to 5 hours of sleep, that actually is false. And so
Okay, yes.
there are a small amount of people that I can't go to bed until 2 o'clock, and then they still have to wake up at like 7 and think that they can function. They're like, I don't know, that just works for me. That's not true. There's like a 0.5 of the human population that can actually do that. When in reality, most
Need
bodies need,
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think
Slay.
Slay.
I did hot takes for a meeting one time.
No way.
Yes.
Can I actually form a
Yes,
statement?
yes. It was a
Thank you.
Just,
Thank you, Miss
And
Chardonnay.
so that was my take at this meeting, and I was like, not everyone's morning person. She was like, ooh, okay, my take is Mondays are the best day of the week, and I was like, that's
Okay.
the most scalding take I've ever.
That because
is-
why? Like, what was her reasoning for saying that, or quote unquote believing
said,
that?
And maybe it was like a career specific thing, but she said Mondays are forgiving, so you can like everyone kind of has like this fog after the weekend. Everyone kind of has this fog after the weekend, and so you really can just take a Monday to like plan the rest of your week. She was like, so I love just kind of like it's almost like you know how you feel when you're after the holidays. Yes, it feels foggy. You're like coming back first week of January and you're like, how do I do my job again? You're like, what do I even do for work? You kind of have this like, but everyone is kind of forgiving. Like everyone can look at me like, Julianna's just off because it's Monday. And she's like, I love that.
Okay,
So
no, I could see her
liked it.
reasoning.
I was like, that doesn't make it, that's not a good enough argument.
I don't think so either.
That is still burning my skin. No, I'm just
But
kidding.
I think it's-
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
But like, I think that like, I guess it does depend on the industry. Like for example, for whatever reason, with my clients with English, the busiest day is Monday, so I don't get the chance to ease into the week. Really, I have people from 9 to 5. Like with a chance to pee in the middle. Like I don't have a lunch break even. Like I literally, like it is the whole day. And it's, to me, I'm like, why? Couldn't you all wait till Thursday, please? But I'm like also grateful to have a job and whatever. But, oh man, I just disagree. It's like the act of going back to work. Every Monday should be a half day and then it could be the best day of the week.
I really like Tuesdays.
Tuesdays are fine. But it also
I'm
depends.
on Tuesdays.
It depends,
I
you
don't
know.
Mondays are just could be based on lifestyle too, because we unfortunately are often very active on Sundays.
Which is when we're recording this, everyone. Just so you know.
At only 6:45 p.m.
Oh, it's early.
Yeah.
So dark, I couldn't tell.
I still don't tend to go to sleep until at least midnight on Sundays. So Monday, especially having to be in the office.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not. I will say it's not the worst. It's not the best. I wouldn't jump up and down and be like, it's Monday! But, yeah. Okay.
No, that's good. That's a good
Where
one.
does this thudding come from?
I don't know. Someone's probably like moving furniture. Actually, that does not sound
Oh, no. It's because it's the workout room.
Oh,
above us.
okay, true.
This is the fourth floor above us is the cardio room, so they might be like bouncing a ball or something.
Okay, I have another one.
Yeah.
This one came to me because I am like, what is the point of like smart cars and smart things? Not necessarily what is the point, but I just feel like technology is not as helpful as we make it out to be. Like in some ways, yes. Like I use GPS all the time. Like I need directions. I suck at directions and certain things, but like having a car that's a lot smarter now, like actually pisses me off. Like the beeps for no reason all the time. Like I know
you don't even like my car.
I can't stand it, man.
That's
I'm
wild.
like, dude.
I don't know what I would do without my
Well, I
car.
don't not like your car. It's the fact that it shuts the music off when you're reversing. Like I see it. There's a whole camera there. You don't have to turn down the music too. You know, just like shit like that. I'm like, how is this helpful? And just like in many I don't know,
Like
different
self-driving
aspects.
cars. I'm like,
Is it
That's
like
terrifying.
so your point is we are continuing to bubble wrap. Like it is another version of like bubble wrapping society. Just like
Kinda.
we talk about this in like college age kids right now. Like we almost anticipate crisis. So like we create programs and resources. Like do all colleges need to have mental health resources? Absolutely. Some type of like health and fitness related resources for students to like move and like do they need to know what they're putting in their body in the dining hall? Yes. But like I'll give you an example and I will relate this back to technology maybe.
I love it.
So election, right? Early November, I live in Tennessee now, and Maryville College is a liberal bubble, right? So just when you gather so many different people, and like the more diverse you make a place, like we just see in cities, they tend to be more left-leaning, right? So like this is a liberal arts college, lots of like ideas flowing. It is a liberal, whatever bubble, and so. We anticipate the election, and staff and faculty create like all of these mental health related like There's a mindfulness walk that we're going to give to our students. There is tons of group circles if anyone is having a hard time and needs to like talk about it, all these things. Now, not getting into politics, I started to wonder, like, you know when like a baby falls, and you're not supposed to be like, oh, no, don't cry, because then they're like, oh, something's wrong, and then they cry.
Yes.
Something's supposed
That's
to be
what
wrong.
it feels like,
Yeah.
right? And so if you have all these resources, I wonder if students were like, wait, am I supposed to feel right?
Right.
And so like
oh, this
some
should
of
be.
those feelings were valid, right? If you know, like it's a very complicated thing, but also
Yeah.
life does go on, and you got to keep doing good, and you got to keep doing the work, and you got like all the things. And so I wonder if features on a car is very like don't fall, because like I don't know about you guys, like, but my mom didn't like. I mean, I think I sat in the front seat when I was like 2. You know, like we were just like hanging, like we didn't really need to wear a seatbelt. You know, like all those things. Like wasn't there like not seatbelts in the backs of cars in like the early '90s and stuff? And so like the more you anticipate, like every time your car shakes, you know how cars.
You're like, oh my God.
When you go to like go over a line,
Yeah.
you're like, well shit, did I almost just get into an accident? Like I almost
That
don't
was
feel.
me today. I was like, I feel like I'm swerving. I'm in the lines, but I feel like I keep swerving. Am I? I don't know.
So
Yeah.
is technology perpetuating fear and like.
Yeah, especially with the car example.
Yeah.
Like, totally. I totally hear what you're saying. It's because it's like car crashes and car rear ends and what are they called? Like, when you just bump into, like a fender bender.
Oh, yeah.
Like, these things, yes, they happen. And so I get that you're trying to, like, stop because it's a pain in the ass for insurance and all these other things. But, like, safety is one thing. But, like you said, to what extent do we need all of these extra bells and whistles, too? And to go take it like another direction, I also feel like it's making us lazier. Like there's kids who are learning to drive now that don't actually know how to drive because they don't have to fucking check at their blind spot because they have a whole thing that does it for them. But at the end of the day, is that more dangerous? Probably.
Yeah, because if they ever got put in a situation
Yeah.
where like they only relied on that and maybe the
anything
feature
like
failed,
that.
or they
And it
ended
can.
up-
It's freaking,
yeah.
you know, it's man-made
Technology
still.
is not the be all end all.
Yeah.
All that being said, I'm a sucker for ChatGPT.
Okay, sure. I don't disagree.
I'm with it.
I use it to plan like my
We're not
lessons.
allowed
and
to
what
use
else
it.
valid.
At least at work. It's banned from our work.
She's saying
It's
that
been-
for legal purposes.
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, there's.
Allegedly, no. That's
Yeah.
valid. Which also could be controversial because I think that sometimes chat, like in high school students, how they're all using it now, it's like,
Yes.
is that taking away from what they're learning?
Yes,
or
no
is it
one's-
just
no
helping
one's
them?
learning
I don't know.
anything. No, I don't think anyone's learning anything. Hot take.
But then you have to think about yourself. Did you really learn anything in like A-Push? Sorry, Mr. P. Like,
Oh no, I damn near failed that class.
exactly. So I'm like, is it helping
Love
them
you,
or is it
love
not?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Can you
I don't know.
Can you prove that you can write a decent essay and argue your point? Yes, absolutely. I've done my time,
Yep.
right? We've gone through the English classes. I've
Totally.
written the essays. I feel like I should be able to be like, Dad, I've got so many things. Let me hop on ChatGPT. Write me this caption for this social media
Yeah.
post because
Yup.
like I know I can do it.
Yeah,
We're busy.
we are.
We're busy.
No, I agree with
We
you.
are busy.
Even like we were talking about the workshop Grace and I are doing, like we're gonna have people run around and have like questions for each other, like silly questions because we want to get people laughing, and we're like, okay, give us 30 funny questions that will make people laugh.
Perfect.
You know what I mean? Like, and
true.
we're such a time crunch of like how much time we have to plan this. So it's like that kind of thing. It's like I know we're capable of, like we had the idea to do this thing, you know, but But yeah, okay, hit me with another one.
You got one that you're ready? I'll do one of mine, but Julianna's first hot take, I just want to say this. Let this be like the intro in the beginning. Her first one was Chipotle can only be eaten with a Chipotle fork.
And I've heard her say this, and I'm like, literally, what are you saying?
No, give me a metal fork. I don't want to eat a Chipotle. It doesn't. No.
It's so funny.
Black
That
forks
was such a
only.
funny take.
No, I know it's silly, but
What?
no, you're telling me you get home, you're so excited for Chipotle. There's not a fork in the bag, and now I have to use a metal fork. No.
You're wild for that.
No. Like I will. Oh, it
Wild.
just no. Chipotle forks only. Otherwise, the Chipotle is just not as good.
Otherwise, you eat it with your hands?
Otherwise, I'm throwing it out. I'm just kidding. I would still
That
eat
is
it
so
with a metal
crazy,
fork,
man.
but please don't make me eat it with a metal fork.
But what about it is like different?
I don't know.
Like the
There's
food
just-
is what you're supposed to be tasting, not the fork.
It is, but there's just something about it. Please, I know I'm not the only one. Comment. This is your third comment in this
At least.
podcast.
Drop us a comment. What do you think about Chipotle? That's wild.
You need to eat it with the Chipotle fork. I'm just saying.
So this was in our food conversation. This is kind of why we picked it up. I think honey. I don't even know how to say this one. We're not talking about seasoning, so get rid of like all of like the dry seasonings in your head, right? Like the salt, the pepper.
Okay.
Honey.
I don't know where you're going.
Honey goes on every food.
Hell no. You're telling me
Over what? Over what? No, like if you have to pick
Okay.
one, over what?
ranch.
Ranch? You want ranch on your cereal? That's crazy.
Okay, okay,
You
fine.
want ranch on your waffle?
Pizza?
Okay, fine.
Hot honey pizza.
Okay, that actually. Okay,
No,
sure.
it's good. I don't know.
Honey, but honey on like a burger, like a freaking burger off the grill,
This is a steak.
or what? I guess if you had to choose one. But
But
let me think of some other ones.
What's the better one?
I don't have to choose one. Honey's not going on much.
If you, yeah.
No,
But you
I
have
just
to.
do that.
You have to choose like a wet. I don't know what do you call it. A condiment
I guess I'm not something like that.
on all foods.
Garlic aioli.
Right. It doesn't, and you don't need to like squeeze it all on there. But like for a steak,
Like a little
bit
dipper.
of sweetness, just like right on top, little spread.
All right, I guess I could get behind that. Thinking about it now, you're right. I wouldn't even like ranch with my steak. I would just like it with everything else. Well, not cereal either. So, okay, sure, I'll give you points for that.
Okay. All right.
I think that's still hot for me.
But what do you-
it's
like,
at
what
least
else?
warm. Like the stove's still a little hot. If I really had to go one condiment or thing to put on everything as a general statement, garlic aioli.
Garlic
Oh,
aioli.
we're just talking. This is a favorites podcast.
Yeah, you're right. No, that's
I don't know,
valid.
honey. I don't. Okay.
No, I see where she's
Continue,
coming from
yeah.
now.
Yeah,
I see
I
where
agree.
Jackie's coming from. That's a good one.
You have
Oh,
another
is it
chin?
me?
Yeah.
Or do you have one?
I do have one. This
Yeah.
one's also going to be kind of controversial. So,
Oh, she's bringing the tea.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
She's bringing the boil.
and I kind of think we might have talked about this before, but I think. Okay, and I preface this by saying, like, I'm not a professional. I don't know what I don't know, but I think that everyone has ADHD or ADD or whatever because
boy.
literally,
I
like, yeah, no one
definitely
can
do.
focus in this world, especially nowadays because
Well, I'll say, but
our
do you
phone
think it's
is
'cause
there.
of
Our thing.
media?
Well, I'm sure it plays a role in it, but like.
But do you
I
think
am
that makes
like I'm not
everyone-
diagnosed, but I don't want to go to the doctor
I
to have them
absolutely-
again, like back to the doctor thing, for them to just prescribe some shit for me to make a bunch of money. Like I can learn to live with it, and I think not most people. Well, yeah, I think most people can and do learn to live with it.
But do you think that that's actually ADHD then, or it's just we have shorter attention spans because of?
It could be that.
We have like unchecked our habits around.
And I'm not disagreeing
Sure,
because I
sure.
think that I
Yeah.
have something because you and me, I'm always like, and that's
But it's like, did we create? Not like create, but is it like? And again, like I said, I am not a professional, so I don't actually know the ins and outs of this.
Yeah.
But is it like, did we create this idea so that we can medicate people, or?
Do we
Like,
just
is this
need
just
to
how the brain
relearn
works and we need to
habits?
learn how to be in control of it?
I'd have to go the latter. Yeah, I think it's
Right?
created. I think there are some people that absolutely have better focus tendencies than others, right? I'm not saying like ADHD is fake.
And I'm not saying that either.
Yeah.
But I think that it might be a spectrum, like autism or like gayness. You know, sexuality is what I meant to
Everyone
say.
is a little gay.
And I think everyone's a little
Everyone's
gay too.
Everyone's a little gay.
What do you think? I think everyone's a little gay for sure.
I don't think that's incorrect.
Yeah. People that hate when I say that. Like, I'm not gay. I'm like,
I'm not.
you
saying
are though, secretly inside of your heart.
Yeah, waiting down.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
So we giggle all the time. My boyfriend's top tier hot take is because autism is a spectrum, everyone's autistic.
Sure.
So the question is like, what is your
And
Level
clearly,
allowed to say that?
Juliana's signs of
my tism?
Oh, that's
I would-
I'll make
is her
sense.
metal fork thing. She's got
Oh,
sensory
gotcha.
issues.
Well, yeah, you probably would say
Oh,
that.
sure.
Well, you were saying that too. I don't know. I also have been accused of having Tourette's, so that could also be my.
Oh, that thing? I think you just
because
do
I
that when
have,
you're
like-
excited.
Yeah.
I don't know,
That's
but
exciting.
like,
You've been accused. What?
yeah, I never did that. Someone's like, do you have Tourette's? So I'm like, maybe that's my tism, because like
Someone
when
said that to
I
you?
get like when I don't know how to control my emotions and like I need to like,
You know how dogs like shake?
Yeah.
They need to like shake off a nerve. Yeah,
That's
you.
interesting.
Yeah.
so
But that's the thing. It's also like a kind of going back to the doctor thing. It's like, okay, everyone has like something that maybe it's your Tourette's,
So
maybe
don't-
it's like
don't
your
go to the doctor.
metaphoric, maybe it's like I literally can't focus on anything because I'm like I have 600 thoughts in my brain at once. But is it just the fact that we haven't harnessed the control of that part of our brain yet, or is it like you have ADHD and you need to have Adderall or this other thing for it, or what? You know?
I have to say, this is a very modern issue, a very modern
Yeah.
conversation, right? If we just look at like ancient civilizations, like Buddhists would be like, hey, I think you need to meditate a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Deja.
So
Yeah.
it has to be like a very
psychic.
like new, right? Like whether it be
Yeah.
like medication focused or like a product of media.
And I think it could be both. Yeah, and because I always and again, not to discredit people who feel these things, but also like I see so many people online being like, well, I have depression and anxiety, so this is this and this, and I'm like, and I understand that, like, no one's like, not no one, I'm sure someone's out there devalidating or whatever, but it's like people start to use it as like this excuse for why they act this way. And it's like, sure, if you are dealing with this mental health or this thing, of course, sure, like we respect your experience, but also like everyone has something going on in their brain that's like, it's just whether or not a doctor's told you you have this thing and here's medication for it or not.
Which, going back to that is why it maybe not frustrates me, but I think it's so interesting, like, the concept or whatever of Adderall, because so many people are like, it's not even bad, it just helps you focus. And I'm like, yeah, but the fact that you are, I don't want to say using that, but I'm like, okay, so you can't focus a little, so like have better habits, put your phone down. Like there are many other things you can do before just being like, oh, well, I'm just gonna find some Adderall because I just need to focus a little, or like I need to stay up a little longer. Like there are many other ways you can do that. It's just like, that's the thing, it's like such an interesting spot. Like hot take, stop taking Adderall every time that you think you can't
need to
focus.
do something,
Unless you're genuinely like prescribed it because, again, like there are people on the high end of the spectrum that need it because of whatever. But like I was in a recent situation where it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to stay up all night. Well, I will leave that as vague as that, but it was like, well, like, yeah, I know someone who's at Adderall. I'm like, well, why is that the first, like, thought?
And that's why I feel like it's more of a, like,
makes me, I don't know.
Like a made-up thing almost, because I feel like, people get paid more if they prescribe more Adderall, essentially. I remember being in college and everyone's like, yeah, it's so easy, just go to the doctor, tell them you can't focus. Okay, but like, I'm sure there are people, and again, this is not to discredit the experience of people who are, like you said, maybe on the high end of the spectrum or whatever, but like it's become like a modern society thing of like we need this thing. Yeah, I don't know.
And maybe that's sorry.
Yeah,
well,
go into it.
This is just so interesting because like I feel like I constantly want to shake people and say like we can do hard things. Like you can do hard things. You are not special, super individualistic. You are not the first person that has struggled focusing on a Monday. It does not mean like there might be a lot going on, right? And maybe there are some things that like you can do, but like also you are not special. Everyone deals with like
everything.
I'm just not focusing right now. Like that's a very normal experience. That is a normal human experience, and it's okay. Like you like finding the quick fixes. Like just sit in the hard thing. It's hard,
dude. It is hard, and that's kind of my same thing. And I'm not saying again that whatever. You know, I have to cover my ass because people are gonna come for us, but it's okay because like. I think depression and anxiety are like real things, but the fact that everyone is being diagnosed with this these days, it's like, yeah, we're anxious because there's wars going on all over the place, because there's like crazy shit happening. The news is only ever like horrible, bad things. Of course we're anxious to go outside. Of course we're sad about the world around us. There's a lot of shit happening. But does that mean you need to be on 4 different pills?
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's the medication. Find practices
like we
to assist with it, or like holistic ways. That I think is the
drink
biggest
some
take.
tea and like
Go outside.
shut your
That's
computer,
exactly.
and go outside.
It's the medication that's the biggest thing. Is it's not saying you don't have these things. It's
Exactly.
don't jump right for the medicine
Yes.
first.
Or
because-
like it's very excusatory. It's like, oh well, I have this, so I'm taking this and whatever. It's like not really though. Like there are
a lot of us do, and
and there's
Yeah.
plenty of ways to like you said, ancient traditions. I'm sure people like when depression is there, it's like an actual brain chemistry thing. Like I'm sure that's studied. Again, not a professional, I don't know for sure, but like where was I going with that? So being that it's a brain chemistry thing, I am sure that people in ancient cultures dealt with these things, but they dealt with them by, I'm sure going outside, engaging in their practices, whatever it was in their communities, like I think that we forget that we exist in a community, in a world of you're not the only one, you're not special feeling this way, like that whole thing.
Well, and I feel like psychiatrists and psychologists, hopefully, fingers crossed, right?
Right.
Right? That they would say, like, there are some cases where, like, we just need to stabilize you, right? Like,
Yeah.
medication is absolutely appropriate.
Totally.
Like, when you are on, like, the very high highs and the very low lows, let's
Yes.
stabilize you. But if it's followed up with, like, and here's a prescription to go
Mhm.
outside for an hour a day, no matter the weather, and how much movement are you getting? Let's look at, like, what you're eating. Let's look at your
Yes.
sleep. Like, let's
All
go back
of
to that.
those.
And
Yes.
the people, I think that's kind of like where you were going, or like
Yes.
kind of what you're saying is you're like, this is the rest of my life. I'm 26, and
Mm-hmm.
it looks like I need to take beta blockers or Xanax
Mhm.
until I die. It's like, I hope not.
Yeah,
You want to
that's-
do that for
It's
the
like
next
that-
60
yeah.
years? No, I stinking hope not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one, man.
Yeah. What the take was of that? Not
I was
really
gonna
I
sure,
don't know
but-
either, but I don't know.
But
It's
good
all
convo,
something.
good convo.
Yeah.
But I think almost maybe the lesson is like if you feel like you're stuck in these things, like recognize that you're not alone.
Yes.
Recognize that you don't need to be this way forever, and you can do things to help yourself prevent these things. Talk to like I know I said the whole thing about doctors, but like talk to someone who has more answers than we do, obviously. But also like know that you don't have to only just rely on this prescription. Like that's not a way to live, in my take. Yeah.
In the mental health realm, I'll just say that this is like probably my last like most controversial,
Let's hear it.
and I think whatever. One of the worst mistakes we made in COVID was normalizing remote work.
I was waiting for this one because I feel like you
Yes.
guys will have.
Yeah. Among the many mistakes that I think we, I think like our kids are like pretty messed up from it. That's a whole other conversation. But my hot take is remote work is doing, I'll say, to make it succinct, remote work is doing more bad than good.
Honestly, I know that you guys think I'm gonna disagree, but I think I agree with you.
Really? Okay.
Even though I work from home, and even though I love it because I can travel, like especially just the thing like being in Palm Springs. Like I am like itching to be around people all day now. I'm dying to get back into the fucking restaurant industry where people bitch at me all day because it's like,
At least
and it's a sense of community. It's like you have. Like I can't tell you how many days I've spent in the same exact sweats,
I would go
over and over and
crazy.
over again. Like
I would go crazy being fully remote.
yeah,
I'm remote 2
Yeah.
days a week, and that's enough. I appreciate it. I do appreciate the hybrid. Being fully remote,
yeah. No, I
I don't know.
Yeah.
know you guys weren't ready for that, but I
Okay.
think I agree.
I think workplaces need to be more flexible, right? Like I
Yes.
think
Yeah.
like humanize your employees. Like
Yes.
sometimes, hey, if I can prove that that I'm still just as effective in my living room,
Mhm.
and I just like, hey, I'm gonna do this. That's fine, but like leaning full into, I think it will do so much damage, especially to the younger workforce.
Oh my
Because
God.
now
That
people
needs to-
expect it. Now it's like also like a. Yeah, sorry, you go.
Well, what you're gonna say is like a qualification that people are looking for. Like, I need to get paid this much.
Mhm.
I need these benefits, and I need to be hybrid, if not full remote. In some things it's like fine, right? If you can prove it, you can prove it. But like with the younger workforce, they don't have the soft skills to.
No.
Exactly.
A lot of them that we were seeing, right? There are some rock stars, but like they just
In
There's
general.
not a lot of time that they have had to develop, like in the core formative years where they're developing as people.
They're doing everything behind a screen.
Oh, and then they then they're gonna go into the workforce and be totally remote.
And if we go down that funnel,
bad news.
As communities, right?
Yes.
we're gonna have robots pretty soon.
No, I agree, and I think it even is more than that. It's a sense of like, I think that because if we date back to like the beginning of humanity, no one is made to be alone like that. And I'm imagining, like you said, imagine like these kids who already have a hard time socializing because of COVID or because they spend so much time, and then they go into the workforce. Eventually, they live alone. What does that make of a person?
Maybe they don't necessarily find their partner for
You're
a while.
not meant for that. We're not. Even if you like, we're just not. We weren't made for that.
Like more bad brains out in the world. That sounds
God,
like
literally.
more.
This is like school shooter in the making.
Oh,
That's
I mean,
horrible.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with it. I was trying to find a way to.
But like, I think isn't there like a huge like epidemic of depression in the elderly because of lack of communication? So like you hear of like death of a broken heart, like that is a very something like, but depression rates like are high in very young high school age, and then like it goes all the way until like the elderly.
Mm-hmm. So
like
wild.
the highest communities or like populations that have depression. It's because like like all their friends are passing, right? You don't have like families passing, like it's just you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
We're just exacerbating it.
I know. But it's, no, I agree.
Okay.
They're good
All right.
times.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
It's a hard
I thought that was going to be the one.
Yeah.
No, I know. I knew you both looked at me like, again, I love it because, like, for me, it's like I can travel.
Oh, yeah.
But also, it's not as lucrative. So, also, like, in my experience so far, has been like, it's like, sure, I'm traveling, but I'm also not seeing as much as I would want to because I'm like stressed that I need to be getting more clients to be and have enough to live, to pay whatever I need to pay for. So it's like, and that's like, I don't work in a traditional company for, but whatever, that's a whole nother story. But yeah. We probably have time for like one more.
I was going to say, I don't even know.
I know, we're almost at an hour.
Do you have any, was that your last?
Actually, I think that was my last. Everyone has ADHD, technology doesn't help them. Yeah, that was my last one for now.
I know.
We can do a part 2 for sure, but save that note for another.
Oh, yeah, I know. We had like silly ones like that we were just kind of like vibing with, but.
We can end on a silly note. Do you have like a silly one? Or like one that you want to really tackle?
There was one that Julianna and I disagreed with, right? I feel like did we talk about food the whole scene? Because I'm going back.
I love it. You guys are hungry?
Okay, so like we both are on two ends. We want to know yours.
Okay, sure.
If
it's some Chipotle shit, I'm
not
agreeing.
We're on Wendy's. I think Wendy's is underrated. Juliana thinks Wendy's is overrated. Where does
Can you give? It depends what you're talking about.
Ooh.
Because like price wise, I don't even know if it's allowed the 4 for $4. But like in
college,
college,
the whole thing.
It's the best deal in fast food. Thank you very much.
It is because you get so much food. But it's not bad food. Like you get worse food at. This is gonna be a hot take.
But that's what I'm saying. That is the hot take.
At McDonald's.
See, that's the hot take. Because
I mean, their fries are good. McDonald's fries are good, but that was like the only thing I will eat from McDonald's.
I think Wendy's fries are freaking awesome.
I do too.
Sea salt. You remember that, girl?
And like, you're
Okay,
crazy. Like a burger from McDonald's is like I'd rather throw up. Personally.
Yeah, that junior baconator. Oh, come on. Might as well, yeah.
Hot take.
I guess like the traditional burger, like the regular cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, whatever from McDonald's.
No,
it's like the bun is like too big for the rest of the burger. It's like you're just getting a bunch of bread. Oh man, you know.
I just don't know that I've ever had anything at Wendy's that I was like, damn. Or I could say that about a Taco Bell.
Okay, Taco Bell, sure, but for the price, you get the best deal, I think.
Yeah, I guess. I guess that's the thing. But is it the deal or is it that it's actually good?
I think it's a mixture of both. I agree. No, I do.
And
I like.
I'm the up and out. I know that a lot of people like Wendy's. Even dating back to like 2017 when we had a Wendy's right outside our apartment complex in Florida. Like that would be most people that would be what most people got on their way home from their shifts. And I was still like,
you did want it.
I'll take the Frosty because we got free ones.
Oh, you did for working there?
for being a cast member.
Oh, that's cool.
Get free
Yeah, and the
mini
Frosties too. McDonald's always has their ice cream machine down.
Well,
Don't know
I'm-
why they even offer it.
Snaps to that.
Okay,
Snaps to
why?
that. Wendy,
Just delete it. Just
Wendy
delete it off the
fixes
menu.
Her machine. Wendy's got
Yeah.
it on lock. No.
She got that shit.
Honestly, Wendy sponsor this. Just send us a little.
Just send
little
us?
biggie bag.
Yeah, but not for Julie.
I was
She
gonna
doesn't want
say
it.
they're gonna make you
But
can
just
go
for me
on.
and Jackie.
She won't have it.
We'll eat it up and we'll tell everyone how great it is.
Damn, I have so many. This is
Okay, we gotta do a part 2 then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
part two. Part two, and we'll.
genuinely.
For sure.
Tomorrow? Okay.
Well, with all that being said, thank you everyone so much for being here. This was so fun. Let us know seriously in the comments. Are we too controversial? Should we care? I don't know. It's a hot take. But for real, leave us your hot takes in the comments and maybe we'll talk about them in part 2 because it sounds like that's what we're going to have to do. Thank you so much for joining us with this fun episode. Finally having guests back on the show. And
thanks for having us.
yeah.
So fun.
Oh my god, this was fun. This is a good time.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're going to do about the rest of that wine, but no, I'm kidding.
Oh.
If you enjoyed anything that you heard here, if you hated anything that you heard here, leave us a review. Leave me a review on whatever platform you listen on. And I really am so grateful to have your listenership. And I'll catch you in the next